Rhys, Ryan, we've just been down here with your dad and Mr. Woods, who you just signed with. So we thought we'd catch up with you and find out a little bit about yourself for your journey that hopefully, fingers crossed, will be starting in September.
Definitely.
Fingers crossed.
And the journey that you're starting, you two near enough started it together, didn't you? Because he walked into your gym where you became gym mates.
Yeah, we were teammates, both fought for Shinny.
Yeah, and then now you're his coach.
And now I'm his coach, yeah.
So this is
a lucky boy.
It's all been a big process over the space of 3.5 years.
So what were you were 18 years old when you walked into Shinny's gym?
Yeah, just over 18 I was.
18 and 92 kilograms.
Yeah, heavy. Used to lift a lot of weights back in the day. Yeah, when I was 16, 17 I used to go to the gym, lift a lot of weights.
Well, you're hoping to compete around about middleweight, aren't you?
About middleweight, yeah.
I filmed you, was that about 2019? I think you won the North West Regional novice final, under 10s, wasn't it that?
Under 10s, yeah.
Under 10s. And I always say the best thing about the under 10s is technically not everyone's brilliant. You're not going to be because you're under 10s. But what you do find that is if you win that title, you definitely know you can fight.
Yeah, that's true.
But actually, I'm probably doing you a bit of a disservice there because you actually not only can you bang a bit, but you're quite a nice boxer as well.
Not bad. You've seen me on the pads before. I was going to ask your opinion on it.
Yeah, well, I was just saying to you before. I think it looks like you feel very comfortable in there when you were landing your backhand because you're one of those horrible southpaws.
Yeah.
You seem to deliver a lot of power without really trying.
Well, it's just I've always had it because ever since we started fighting, I've had 6 fights. Obviously, still a very novice. 4 knockouts. You know.
But that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's having those facets to your game. But if you can fight and you've seen him move and how relaxed he looks, but then let's not make any bones about it. He knocks people out when he gets in the ring, or they get this TKO.
So we know the powers there. Now it's just about building up the boxing ability and
So
side.
And then at 18, I mean, most people when they get into boxing and certainly what they think about turning pro have probably boxed 4 or 5 years as an amateur.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case for you. Like you say, you're 18, no boxing experience at all.
Not boxed before at all.
But you said did your grandfather box in the army?
My grandfather used to box in the army, and my mum and dad used to tell me stories about it, things like that. But I never really got to ask him because he died when I was a bit young to ask him. Right. But they always used to tell me stories, and I always fancied having a go at it, so I have, and I've had a go at it, and I just love it. Mm-hmm. It's just, if you love it...
Did you find that out very quickly?
I think you find it out in your first ever spar. When you get hit in the face the first time, you think you either like it or you don't.
Yeah. I must have liked it looking at my nose.
I seem to love taking a dig myself.
So I think it's just one of the things. I mean, over the years I've been there, you know, we see that many people come into the gym, they have the first spar, or they hit the bag, or they get hit in the face because that's boxing.
Well, they come in and they talk, and they come in and they talk
a big game.
Yeah,
and then they get hit. It's an unnatural thing to allow someone to punch you in the face, but at some point in a boxing match, that is going to happen, no matter who you are.
100%.
But it's how you deal with it. It's how you deal with it at that point. And like referring to Rhys's point, the amount of people we've seen walk through the door at Shinny's, and they've been hit. They think they're the next Mayweather, and as soon as they take a shot, you never see him again.
You're both boxing fans, but you're a big boxing fan because you like to study the game, and being a coach, I presume that's going to be a major part of your addition to this team.
But it's important for me. I think I'm a boxer. In my mind, I'm a boxing coach. I love the sport. I do. I eat, sleep, and breathe the sport. And I'll many times send Rhys a random obscure fight to watch. But not just that. I'm day in, day out in the gym with Shin, and Shinny is being around him and just both of us learning from him. The both of us wouldn't be where we are without Shinny. He's the guy. He's a boss.
Well, how did you walk into Shinny's gym? Because you've been there, you say, about 4.5 years.
I walked in originally downstairs was an MMA gym. I fancied trying that out. Won a white collar MMA, but for me it was that
You prefer the boxing?
Yeah, it's a sweet science. I'm not an MMA UFC fan generally anyway. I've always been a boxing fan since being a kid, since my dad had me watching, you know, Ben and Eubank when I was a kid, you know, stuff like that, and you get hooked there. But we're very, very lucky, you know, both of us, we wouldn't be where we are without Shin, and to be with him and just getting that knowledge from him day in, day out. He's the boss, what we call the boss, he's the boss to us, you know.
Yeah.
But he, you know, just...
So you're the team.
Yeah.
Shin is the man that you go to with any questions.
Shin is the oracle, yeah. He's the guy that gives us, you know, it's just those little tidbits, you know, now and again where he'll just give us something. And Rhys, Rhys is a quick learner though, you know. You tell Rhys something once and he does it straight away. I think Shinny referred back to one of his old coaches, showed him a video of Rhys, and he said, "You've just got a bigger version of you." You know, he's very, you
That's
know.
a compliment.
Yeah.
A little compliment, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you can win a British title, you know, you've...
And you've held the belt, you won't let me hold it.
But you know, there's some people who say you shouldn't hold the belt, or you shouldn't touch
get your own
until you've earned it.
It's fair enough.
Well, that was never happening for me, so I had to make the most of it before he sent it to Mongolia.
But you know, I was well past it anyway. But I remember the first British belt I held was Gary Sykes's, and what a beautiful
They're
belt.
unbelievable. That Lonsdale belt is an unbelievable piece of kit.
And heavy.
When you win yours, then we'll...
That's all he talks about.
What are your ambitions then? Because obviously you don't know too much. Like I say, you know, 6 fights into this game.
Yeah.
What would you, if I spoke to you at the end of your career, what do you think you'd like to say you've achieved?
Well, the ambition is to take it as far as it'll go, because in boxing you're going to get to a level and you'll stop, because that's just how it is.
So you've no limit, you've no expectations and no limit. It's just you're just going to give your best go.
No, because the limit is yourself. Like we were speaking off camera, we were saying it's a mentality. Like you was talking about Frampton and things like this. You know, it just exudes positivity. So positivity breeds positivity.
You're nicking my saying there.
So
that's another thing about boxing though. They might say they're all cliches, but they're all true. You know, every sign that you're seeing on a poster or on a boxing gym wall is brilliant. You know what I mean? It's where paint's that. You know, everything. They've all got.
Well, I'm a big one for. I say all the time, repetition becomes routine.
Yeah.
Because boxing in itself, you know, it's working on that, work on that same thing, and that's when it comes off. You know, how many gyms have you been around, Lee, when you see that?
Yeah, like I say, I love, and every gym, they might have the similar statement on the wall, but it's slightly tweaked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just brilliant. But the best thing that we was talking before, and you were saying, you know, you've now got 8, maybe 7 months to prepare for this debut.
Yeah.
You know, which hopefully will be happening in September.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
How are you going to go about that then? What's the first thing that you're going to be doing now? Because mentally, you're not the same person that you were yesterday. Because today, you put pen to paper and you're now a professional boxer.
We want to get on the
That's
road.
great. We want to get on the road.
Yeah.
Get as much sparring as we can, because obviously since the amateurs have shut down, there's no sparring.
Yeah.
So we're getting in. What are we? How many months? 3 months out of sparring.
Yeah, so it's just for me, as Rhys's coach, I wanted to, you know, get out on the road and learn, get in and spar with people, you know, not know.
Well, the good thing with Steve, Simon Steve, we've got I think
big stable,
70 to 80 fighters spread around the country, and great connections everywhere. So I presume you go down there, and you know, you've got to take it as a compliment, because if you've got called back, it means you're doing something right.
That's it, isn't it? So we'll get in there, we'll spar. We've got 7 months, like you say. We don't have to worry about weight right now. Just walk around, do what we're doing, keep training hard. You know, probably ramp it up to 2 sessions a day.
There's another thing as well. You work with your dad, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a Tommy Coyle.
The Tommy Coyle part too.
Wholesale fruit and veg, W.M. Hopkins. If you want to check it out. Wholesale fruit and veg out of Parfits, cash and carry in Stockport. So I work there through the day. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, get me breakfast, all the right things, and then go to work, train after work, go home, you know, but eventually it's going to have to...
So it was obsessive before, now it's only going to get worse.
He's got me on him all the time, and I think with Rhys, he's, you know, his commitment and the work rate is phenomenal, you know, but it's... You know, you're coming into totally different game, like you said. He's now put pen to paper. So
I think you're going to be excited as Rhys, aren't you?
Oh, I'm mega excited. Yeah.
Because you know when you get behind the scenes, you know what I mean, you're there and suddenly you're living that dream, aren't you?
Yeah.
That dream of.
Well, this is the dream, isn't it? We're living it
Well,
now.
you're also in it. This is a dream gym to be in.
Yeah,
you know,
we're in it.
3 world champions training in this gym.
It's a dream.
You know, Rocky Field trains in here. Oh, we don't know if Rocky's retired or not, but he's trained in here. You've got Cameron, Chantal Cameron,
Yeah.
you know, and you've got Carl Frampton.
He was here last week.
Yeah.
So we're winning, aren't we? We're winning. This is the dream. And so since we've started boxing, this is the dream.
So it's now a reality.
So now it's a reality, and see how far we can get.
Well, these are the stories I love. These are the journeys I love following because I have no expectations as you have. We don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Hopefully, you know, the next time we have a proper good conversation, I'll be chatting to you and be saying, 1-0.
100%.
Stockport's very own Rhys Woods.
Not hopefully, 100%. 1-0. That's
Hey, do you get bonus points for a similar surname to your manager? You're Woods, he's Woods, and your dad's called Lee as well, isn't he? So
Lee, yeah.
I won't forget your dad's name then, will I?
Woods, yeah. Just everything apart from the S. We share.
All right. Well, listen, Rhys, Ryan, it's double out, Rolls Royce.
That's it.
Rolls Royce or boxing.
That's class as well.
Listen, like I said, we don't know when, but we hope. Fingers crossed. It's going to be September. Get you out, get you that first win, and
Journey
see where it
starts
goes.
Yeah. Do a little shout out. Ryan Bradley Fitness, Rhys Boxer Woods 98 Instagram.
Well, give me those details. I'll write in the video.
Thank you very much.
See you later, lads. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.